This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining Gym. SuperTraining Gym, the strongest gym in the West, and I'm here with the strongest chef in the world. I don't know if he wants to call himself that, but look at the size of those arms. 24-inch arms?
24.
Oh my God. We're here at Camden Spit Larder, and we're gonna throw down and we're gonna make a big tenderloin today. I'm really excited, Chef.
I'm excited.
All right, let's get to it.
Kitchens, we're closed for business, so come in, make yourselves at home, especially you two, and I'll show you what we brought in. Let's, what do you need right now?
Just the fundamentals, cutting boards, knife, towels, throw the stuff on, I'll put the potatoes on.
All right, let's get you that. Jerry, can we get a couple of cutting boards, some towels, please, bud?
If you grab it right here and then just kind of hold it down, even you don't have to put this right here, don't even move it. Just go like this. Kind of like your old paper mills where you cut your paper and then just keep chopping. And I'm not doing any weight, just natural.
Is it easier for you to have good nutrition because you know how to cook, or harder because you could cook all kinds of crazy stuff?
I can cook all kind of crazy stuff, but at the same time,
is it like hard to control yourself when you?
No, not anymore.
No.
I mean, for me, I don't go by a lot of diets per se, because I know my body. I know how food works. You know, usually if you're in the industry,
You just usually eat a lot of protein. Is that kind of your main?
I'm a protein. I actually do 2 and 2 for protein per body weight. And
So it's like about 600 grams of protein a day or so?
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
Easily. We'll do more mushrooms because once they hit the heat, they shrink up to nothing.
Oh yeah, kind of like that spinach effect.
Exactly.
Spinach just turns into nothing. Did you go to like a culinary school, or you're self-taught?
I was self-taught in the beginning. Started off when I was young. I love cooking. I love to eat even more so. So kind of picked up books and learned what to do, and made a million different mistakes and then made a billion corrections.
Did you say you learned from a family member, your grandmother?
My mother was my inspiration of cooking. It was just that
cool.
comfort. Food, I tell people.
You're from the South?
I am, from Mississippi. So it's a different perspective, from the South, like Southern cooking to Midwest to all those different demographics.
Well, that's where all the good food is.
It is. All the fattening food as well. Louisiana, Mississippi, the Carolinas, all those places.
This is going to be harder for me to get, I think.
This is. So the trick, this one right here.
That wasn't too
just
bad.
so you'll know. And I'm glad you said that, because it is harder because it's round. And that's where people make a lot of mistakes at, so they can cut themselves. That's my cure to that. Cut that off.
There we go.
Cut that off. Yep. And then I either go this way to make it easier, just one boop, and then bam, 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 bam. The one thing I say is when you're grabbing it, you grab this way, and you go down and bam. And then you pop it over on his belly, and then I'll do the one here, and then that one, and I'll let you do that. Those will have to be really thin. They can be a little thicker
thin.
because they'll disintegrate if they're too thin.
Oh. There we go. Perfect. Throw these in the pot.
Throw those in the pot. Have the red onions.
No crying.
I don't cry. A lot of people do, though. It's okay to cry.
Does the red onion, will that make you cry as much as a regular onion? Or?
It'll make you cry, but it also has that better flavor.
It doesn't bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me, unless I'm just emotional. and then it becomes a thing. A lot of people don't know is to leave this part on. It's the base that keeps it together. So the first thing you do with the red onion is you just cut off the tip of it, put it on the side, cut straight through the middle of it, and I'll do one, just like I showed you on this one. I take off the outer shell.
Yeah, this part.
Yep. You'll be surprised how many people don't know that. You have to tell them.
Will it fall off when you cook it or not really?
No, it'll stay on. And you'll eat something that's really chewy and like, why does it taste like that?
So this part keeps it together, but we're gonna chop this side off.
Yep, we're gonna chop this side off. So this is it, this is that one, and then we perfect, like that. And
what's been the coolest thing so far that's happened from mainly from cooking?
oh wow,
It's put you in some cool spots, right?
it put me in some incredible spots, some life-altering, changing spots. You know, of course, along with the cooking, incorporated in my platform is the health and fitness. You know, of course, that well-being and mental aspect of it. It's surprising how one career field can lead to or inspire so many people in the world and want them to get healthy.
That's cool.
And get fit, you know, like on your platform or what you do.
Furious Pete told me the worst thing he ever ate was an onion. My friend, he's a professional eater, but the worst thing he ever ate out of all the stuff he's ever eaten, he's eaten all kinds of crazy weird stuff. He said the onion was the worst and the hardest. Just
Really?
a raw onion.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What kind of onion?
Just a straight up, just raw, regular onion.
Avocado,
Yeah,
which I know of.
delicious.
They are. I love avocados. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up the first
I always
one.
watch her do it.
I'm gonna cut up the first one.
Yep.
I'll let you do the second one. So the avocado is really simple, really easy and quick. But you'll be surprised how many people can mess it up. You just go down the middle of it and you turn right here, and then you turn right here, and then you pop.
Well, bam. Here.
And then you get the avocado and just turn it. Just
It's
turn
kind of
it.
like that.
Yep,
That work?
that works.
Oh, mine's
perfectly.
mushy.
Yours mushy?
Yeah, it's coming apart already.
Oh, you just strong.
Yeah, that too. There you go.
I'm gonna show you about these.
A lot of times when you cook, you probably have people that prep this, right? And then you-
Yes. This is the most important part about any production. If you see here,
You're
in the
kind of like
restaurant,
the head coach,
yeah, I'm the
coming in, kind of making sure everything's going good.
I am the HC.
Yeah, there we go.
I make sure everything goes right. I've done a lot of competitive competitions, so all over the world, for the U.S., for the military, and I train a lot of guys, you know, from Stratford to CIA, and done a few representations of commercials for them. So it's important.
Cool.
Everything is kind of like dress right dress, especially for service. You know, as far as when the service goes up or goes down. The most important part about cooking is you got to have fun with it, and you know you need to learn from it.
Right.
And like they say, knowledge is power. I love cooking. I've seen you, and I know you love cooking also.
Oh yeah, I love meat. That's for sure.
So this is the tenderloin.
Wow, that thing looks awesome.
It is awesome. I was saying I could eat this whole entire thing in one sitting, but it's already been fabricated. Fabricated just means that all the fat has come off of it. I wish we left it on to show you guys how to do it. Left the cage on. It comes off.
Oh.
Nice little good piece of fat. You can use it for stews, for sauces. If people don't know what this is actually just a filet mignon.
Right. What's your favorite way to prepare? I know there's a lot of different meats, but in general, what's your favorite meat, and then what's your favorite way to prepare it?
I mean, the tenderloin. I love the tenderloin.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a good tenderloin. I mean, because it's just straight, just meat.
Yeah.
You know, it's the most tender part about it. Anything that has tender in it means that it's tender, the tender part of the meat.
By the way, you can go to Costco and buy them just like this, straight from their butcher.
Yep. Straight from the butcher. They'll fabricate it. They'll do everything for you. Or you can just practice yourself and do it.
Yep.
And use the scraps for, like I said, for sauces or stews or whatnot. So we're gonna do a little, like put a little oil on top, get a little rub down.
This is just like a bodybuilding show, oiling up those muscles.
We're going to do my easiest way to do it is basically just salt and pepper. You want to get a little twang to it by adding a little cumin on top of it. This is kosher salt. I'm a little generous with the kosher salt with the meat. People don't understand, like, the first thing is they want to add more salt, when that's not the point of this perfect meat right here.
Yeah.
It should be just what it says: tender, nice, juicy, succulent, and all of the above. So if you put that nice little thing of salt on top of it, you're like, oh, that's too much salt. It's gonna dissipate. It's gonna go away. So
it's gonna kind of cook into it and stuff, right?
Exactly.
So don't be scared.
Don't be scared. So this is our loin. I decided to switch it up a little bit. We're going to actually hog tie this.
Oh, okay.
You've done this before.
I have not done it. No.
So,
I mean, only people, not steak.
I'm gonna show you a very quick and simple, easy way to do this. This is twine. Of course, this is a big twine you can get once you look at the grocery store or whatever. Turn it over on his belly, and we'll go here. I'm gonna do half of this and I'll let you do the other half.
All right.
There's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm making it kind of simplified.
Right.
So people don't get confused.
Right.
Because they can easily get confused, they'll give it up.
Yeah.
So you go in here, put your finger here. And we'll push this through here.
Ah.
Right? And the purpose, you know the purpose of this is unity, also keeping it nice and plump, and also helping all the juices distribute.
Keeping it all compact.
Keep it all compact so it can cook evenly.
Yeah.
In the way it should. Grab it, squeezing it. The more you squeeze it, the more round it's going to become. That's a tornado. Now we're going down to the meat. Just one and one, really easy, really simple. And I'm doing it this way just so you can understand. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Just grabbing it.
Just wrapping it up and trying to get it to stick together.
So that's what you're doing right here. I'll let you do the other half. So you use your finger, kind of go around as a spot, put your finger back here, and then you're gonna go through, and then you're gonna just get it together, and you're gonna squeeze, just like that. Cool? And after this goes, we're gonna go really, really fast to get everything else kind of done.
Everything will cook pretty quick after.
Everything will cook extremely quick.
How long will this piece of meat take?
This meat right here, we're gonna sear it on the grill.
20 minutes or something?
Maybe 20 minutes, if that much. I put it up high, so you wanna just go quick, fast, and hard, and kind of keep going.
They go underneath.
And you have to watch out for these sometimes.
Oh, the little knot in there.
Yep, it'll get a knot on you.
Whoops.
Usually I'll have it strung up so you don't have to worry about this knot. And you kind of do it that way, but I didn't want to.
Oh, it'll be up already?
Yeah, it'll be up already. So you don't want to kind of do that to make it more flexible for you. Get that?
Yeah.
We'll put this top down on the grill over here. Boom. Nice. I smell it already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good.
We'll get this out and do a reset. A lot of people that use thermometers, you kind of gauge the temperature of it and readiness. You can kind of touch and feel it right away, right now. But when we get into the oven, we're not going to use that. We're going to just use it by touch and feel and sight. Quick note is, you want to gauge off the small part instead of the big part. So if this is medium, this part right here is going to be over.
Right.
I'll have you put onions right inside here.
Wow.
This
Look at
bad
that guy.
boy right here. Nice. Woo. We have this like $3.75.
Yeah.
Put that inside. A lot of these new ovens, they have timers on them, right? So we'll just go ahead and do about 15 minutes for that to go through. I'll go up just a little bit more. I actually even go up to 400.
About 400.
So now we look like twins.
That's right.
You're just a little bigger than me.
That's right. Oh, there you go. Ooh. Look at that.
Just those vegetables we were talking about.
Yeah. Got to get some in there. We're here today with Chef Rush. Super honored to have him here. He's showing me how to cook up some meat. We got this giant tenderloin that we're cooking up. We also, to add some flavor and add some spice to some things, we're cooking up some mushrooms, some onions. We got some potatoes going as well. And just really excited to try it out. Pretty simple. It's just a big old filet, a big old tenderloin. And all we did is put salt, pepper, and curcumin on there. Yep. And that was pretty much it. And then he's got a couple other things to fancy it up. We're going to have some crab with some melted cheese in it. I'm not sure what the avocados are for, but we'll get there in a minute. But you can, complicate this as much as you want at home, or you could, simplify it and dumb it down. But we threw the tenderloin here on the grill, and then we're actually finishing it in the oven, something that I do commonly at home. My wife usually does it rather, and it's a great way to enjoy some meat. And it's also my favorite steak. So if budget-wise, if tenderloins aren't in your budget, then you can, just scale down to whatever style of steaks that fit your budget.
And so a lot of people don't know, they see that nice char on it. You can smell that flavor profile, but you touch it, you're gonna give it a touch right here.
Yep.
If you touch right here,
Yep.
you feel?
Yeah.
And then you go down. This
Yeah,
is the
so
thickest
as
part.
I push here, a lot less resistance. As I push here, it's almost, pushing my finger out of there. It's a little tougher.
A little tougher. So this is what I would eat right here. We're gonna go ahead and take this out.
Yep.
And as you see, as it rests, which a lot of people don't do, because it cut inside, you see the juices are coming out.
Oh, yeah.
The juices are coming out. So I tell
Yeah, they're
people,
coming right to the top right
they're
here.
coming right to the top. Now, that is because it's still hot. The temperature is still rising.
It's still cooking.
It's still cooking. So if you cut inside that, all the juice is gonna pop out.
Ah.
But if you let that rest, those juices that's coming up to the top are gonna soak back down and distribute all out through the meat.
I'm always messing it up.
Which is gonna get right through that flavor profile. Which
That's
is
why
gonna make it perfect.
my plate has juice all over it all the time. So I'm not letting it rest.
This is a bootleg. You use potato starch, you use cornstarch, or you can just let it naturally reduce. This is our stock, a little cream, a little onions. We'll put this inside. This is cornstarch.
Yep.
The one thing about cornstarch, of course I use a bigger vessel, but if you get some water, right? Cold water, not hot water. Cold water put inside the cornstarch. People try to whip it up with a knife or a fork or whatever. Don't do that. Use your hands, and then you break it. If you notice it, you can do the same thing.
Yep.
Put your hand inside, just
Yeah, I can feel it.
You can feel it.
Yep. It's feels like clay.
Exactly. Then it just kind of goes away, all the way to the very bottom of it, and get it to where it's just nice and that. And that's going to be your stock. It's not like a roux or gravy. It's just a quick, simple fix for it. You'll pour it inside here.
Is that going to maybe like thicken it up a little bit?
It does. Exactly.
Okay.
Nice and simple. And then you can also check it. Let's see what the profile is.
Yeah.
We're gonna take some of this cheese,
Oh man.
and we're gonna put it right
Now
in here.
stuff's getting serious.
Now it's getting serious. And this is smoked cheese. So we'll let
You
that
like smoked Gouda or something like that?
smoked cheddar.
Cheddar. When it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, he's talking about like breadcrumbs and cornstarch, and I don't really worry about stuff like that because I don't deliberately eat carbohydrates anyway. So there will be trace amounts of carbohydrates in a lot of the foods I eat, but I never really sweat it. I just eat it. And you could replace those breadcrumbs with like macadamia nuts or something different, but it's going to taste best and be the best this way. So why not go for that? You serious? This is your first day in the kitchen?
This is my first day in the kitchen.
Not
Thank you for having me here.
Not a bad start. Found your way around pretty good.
Cheese and all this other stuff we have here, kind of added into here.
Oh my God. This gets the eggplant emoji with the water squirt.
So I'll let you do the honors of cutting
That's a
this.
heck of a knife right there.
That is a heck of a knife. I carry one of those in my pocket at all times.
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite thing to cook? Do you have a favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing.
Like what's
good-
most enjoyable for you to cook for other people, you think?
You know what? I never do the same thing twice. I literally.
You like the variety of it,
I
huh?
like variety. I like the challenge. I don't like to keep doing the same. I mean, it's okay, but you know, with me and my lifestyle, I have the freedom of.
So you like to like almost surprise people, like
I do,
someone you
I
cooked
do.
for before, you come back and
No,
hit them with something a little
exactly,
different.
because I have vegans, vegetarians, like carnivores. I have high profile, 5-star to homeless people to kids.
Yeah.
So it's always changing, and which I love that. So we'll pop these open really quick. And we just kind of go and grab and go, grab and go, pop. So we do the first slice of it. You see that meat that's coming through, that nice little flavor. That's
my
what I
God.
get. That's what I like. You know, you see that juice coming out of it. That's that juice from it resting and getting redistributed right back through the meat, right? So depending on how big you want it. And you can also kind of, like me, I'll just cut the whole thing up. Well, actually, I'll just take this whole thing and put it on and eat it all at one time. I know you would also. But since we have guests, we'll go a couple.
We gotta be nice.
Yeah. And a sharp knife makes all the difference in the world. Now with these right here, like if you see them, like this is what I would eat. If you see that round circle of it. But if you have people that's like, okay, it's a little bit more like this, it's too hot. Only thing you would do, just so your example, is I would take it, do here, put back over.
Yeah.
The second.
Some people even it's just the color that bothers them
It's
probably
the color.
too.
It's the color. Like I said, I've had people who have never eaten rare before, and they eat it and they're like, oh my God, this is delicious.
Chef Rush, how does this help with the ladies to be able to do this?
Oh man, ladies love me. No, I'm joking. I'm not. I'm joking. Can't tell myself that. Guys love me too, though. Something's wrong with that sometimes. Nothing's wrong with that.
That is looking awesome.
So that nice, I said about drying that crab out. Don't need a lot, you can smell that.
What did your mom used to make when you were a kid? What was your favorite thing that she made?
Oh man, she just made like that southern twang to it, you know? Everything was southern type of, you know, from sweet potato pies to,
oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
I mean, just dumplings and so many different things that she would do that I would just absolutely.
Dumplings are underrated. You never hear anybody say dumplings are their favorite food, but they should.
They are underrated.
Dumplings are magnificent. Ah. Oh.
So like I said, it's your plate. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You can even put a little bit more of the spice with it.
Now it's becoming an art. This is where your ice sculpting skills come in.
This is what ice sculpting skill comes in. And on the last thing you can do is have these. So the recipe today is just a beef steak. Simple, easy, little salt, cumin, pepper. We do some smashed potatoes, put them in the water and just smash them to death. A little butter, a clarified, a little salt. And on top of that, we had some red onions, caramelized red onions, some portobello mushrooms, avocados, and some lump crab, a little panko, which is breadcrumbs. Put all those things together with some smoked cheddar. Mix them in really well, and voila, you have the perfect combination of meat.
Got cooked up a bunch of meat here with Chef Rush. Awesome having him in today. I'm excited to podcast with him. We're gonna do a wine and lifting pairing that I'm excited for. So not only will I be well fed, but I'll probably get drunk on top of it, all while lifting. Awesome having you here today, man. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We cooked up this big old tenderloin and it's just absolutely unbelievable. Strength is never weakness, weakness is never strength. Catch y'all later.